So, I never really gave my thoughts on the Scream movies on this channel, haven't I? I would consider myself to be a fan of them. I've consistently liked or enjoyed every single entry, and even some of the weirder ones I still find merit in. Hell, a lot of people don't like Scream 3, and I think that one was actually pretty underrated. However, when it comes to Scream 7, I was not excited. Like, at all. Because this movie had so much controversy and backlash from firing Melissa Barrera due to her political opinions, completely abandoning that character's arc and just making Sidney the main character again, all the leaks coming out, which I didn't even bother to read, hinting whether or not Stu is alive, just made this movie sound like just another corporate studio cash grab.
We've got to have money.
And I guarantee that's something the late great Wes Craven would have hated. Not to mention, you know it's a bad sign when a movie's embargo lifts the day before release. But like I said in the beginning, I've consistently enjoyed this franchise, even the lesser movies for what they are. And the writer, Kevin Williamson, is coming back to direct this movie, so this could change my mind, right? Right?
2 hours later.
Fuck no!
What the hell was this movie? I never thought I'd say this about a Scream movie, but here we go. Scream 7 sucked. It fucking sucked. Now, are there any positives to this movie? There's a couple. I really liked the opening scene at Stu's house. The stage scene was really cool. We had some really gnarly kills here. Hell, I even noticed there was an homage to the impaling scene from Cannibal Holocaust. You know, Matthew Lillard's cameo was fun. Like, even if the movie sucks, Matthew Lillard is always a blast to watch. Fuck you, Tarantino. Matthew Lillard is awesome. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And Mindy and Chad are still entertaining characters, and I was happy to see the both of them back. Anything else? Nah, not really. The first issue I have with this movie is all the annoying, soulless, member-berry nostalgia that's just shoved down our throats. Nostalgia doesn't automatically equal a good movie. You can throw references to the previous movies, and the audience can be like, oh, wow, oh, it's that, oh, it's this, oh, it's that, and they're gonna eat it up. But if we're pushing nostalgia over making an interesting story or interesting characters, that's a bad thing. And besides all the member berries, we just have a very generic and uninteresting story. Like, we have the whole overprotective mom and the rebellious teenager storyline. The daughter is like, I'm brave, Mom. I knew you were. Neve Campbell just sounds so bored. You can tell she didn't really want to be in this movie. And if she did, because I know one of my friends was saying that this movie was her idea, I did not get that vibe here. She looked like she was there to collect a paycheck, and just bringing her in was just a stupid last-minute decision from the studio. What was the point of Gail being in this movie? She served no purpose other than, hey, it's a Scream movie, so we need to have Gil Weathers. And also, I don't know if it's just me, like, why does this character have so much fucking plot armor? You killed off Dewey, why can't you kill off this bitch? There's so much characters disappearing and then reappearing when the plot demands it. And Gale is no stranger to that. And even though we had some cool kills, there's so much CGI blood and it immediately takes me out of it. Come on, why can't we go back to the old days of
Corn syrup. Same stuff they use for pig's blood in Carrie.
The whole idea of, oh, is Stu alive? Is he pulling the puppet strings? That's just such a stupid thing to me. That's a fan theory that's been going on forever. But I've always found it to be so dumb. Like, you guys really think goofy fucking Matthew Lillard, you know, my mom and dad are going to be so mad at me. Peer pressure, I'm feeling woozy here. You guys think this goofball is a criminal mastermind? Come on. Really? This movie also doesn't add anything new, and that was one of my big worries with this movie. We've already tackled everything with this franchise. There's nothing left to tackle here. Oh, it's talking about AI. All right, just add it to the list. There's so many movies that talk about the dangers of AI and do it much better than this. Like, there's just no risks with this movie. And we probably have the most underwhelming killer reveal in this franchise. We see one dude who only appears in like one scene? And then you have this woman who's Sydney's neighbor who has psycho bitch written all over her face. And their motive is just dumb too. Like, oh, I want to be the new Sydney. You mean like Jill's motive in Scream 4?
Wow, how original!
I thought the killers in Scream 6 copying Mrs. Loomis's motive was stupid, but really? Like, we're at a point where this franchise is just rehashing itself? Like, come on, man, really? But then again, I'm also the guy that always thought the reveal of Billy and Stu being the killers in the first Scream was stupid. Look, I'm just saying, I was 7 years old when I watched the first Scream. I didn't look up anything about that movie. And I called Billy and Stu being the killers immediately. Like, Billy looked psychotic and Stu acted fucking crazy. Like, the part in the video store where they're with Randy, like, that scene was like, hey, we're the killers, look, we're the killers. Like, this franchise hasn't really been good with the twists, but this one has the dumbest twist in the franchise. Like, this is an unscripted review. I literally just got out of the movie, and yeah, I'm siding with the critics here. This is the worst movie of the whole franchise. Barely anything worked. Scream 7 existed for one reason only.
We've got to have money.
And considering my screening was completely sold out, well, the studio got what they wanted. I would say there was potential here, but this movie was doomed from the word go. Maybe they should have just kept Melissa and Jenna Ortega. I don't discuss politics on my channel. They had a decent arc for her. What was the point of this movie besides to make money? It had no point. It's just boring, soulless nostalgia bait. And that's something I'm getting fucking sick of now with Hollywood. I can't even say I'm disappointed because I knew what I was getting into, but it ended up being worse than I thought it was going to be. And if you're a fan of this franchise, I don't even know if I can recommend this. And this is going to be the first Scream movie I will not buy when it comes out on physical media. And that is why I'm giving Scream 7 a 1 out of 5.